Webtoon, the online webcomic site and app, has some of my favorite reads of all time, and they're only adding more and more. But with so many series coming out, which one should you check out? Let's take a look at some brand new series. There is a truly insane amount of content on Webtoon. Some old, some new, some going on for literal years at this point. But it might be hard to find some new series that you might want to read. So I wanted to recommend some new series that have recently come out that you might have missed. If you don't want to take a large leap, there are a bunch of series with returning authors. The author of Cape of Spirits is back with a completely different story, but somehow the same characters. Doing a complete 180, changing the world from a fantasy, sci-fi, action series with coins that summon weapons into a strangely charming slice of life series. More of a what if, placing these characters in a normal world, simply going to school with each other, interacting with each other, and bonding. Honestly, it's a weirdly sweet series, teaching the values of friendship and family. But if you still want some action with your returning author, then X and Ash might be your cup of tea. The same author of Hardcore Leveling Warrior, my personal favorite series, and the co-creator of Noblesse have teamed up together to create a new-ish series. The reason I say it's not entirely new is because this series takes place in the same universe as Hardcore Leveling Warrior, but it's about 1,000 years beforehand. We follow the titular X and Ash, alongside other members of their gang. If you're a fan of Hardcore Leveling Warrior, this series has plenty of references to their old story, also being themed with video game effects and visuals. But this series isn't so connected that if you haven't read Hardcore Leveling Warrior, you'd be lost while reading it. With spectacular action set pieces, really lovable characters, and some mysteries already established, X and Ash is an exciting series if you're upset that Hardcore Leveling Warrior ended, like me, or you just want another fun action series. Alright, maybe you want more of a romance story, and I definitely can't blame you for that. Well, luckily for you, the author of My Dear Cold-Blooded King has come back with another romance series. And romance should be like in bold and italicized or something, because this series comes back hard and it comes back fast. There is no waiting around for that romance, because it hits you right away with that. Anyways, this series is an interesting mix of an isekai, having our main character, Cassia, seemingly travel into a fantasy world while she dreams, which is where the romance really picks up with this vampire dude. Meanwhile, while awake, she seemingly works at a dead-end job as a janitor for a major company. But what's more interesting is that she doesn't even remember her last name, and is on a quest to find out more about herself, which, I'll be honest, is already very intriguing. Okay, well, returning authors are all well and good, but maybe you're looking for something brand new. Well, luckily for you, Webtoon releasing new series is as certain as death and taxes. And speaking of taxes, which is the weirdest transition I've ever written and said, the Tax Reaper is probably the weirdest premise ever, but also makes the most of its absurd setting. To quickly explain, the Tax Reaper follows Jae Yeon-shin, a down-on-his-luck man with a special ability, to see numbers above people's heads. Not to see how long they have to live, or how many lies they've told, but instead to see how much people have evaded in taxes. Like I said, it's kind of absurd, but this series is full-blown insane and I am loving it. Having action set pieces based around taxes, which is the weirdest sentence ever, and is honestly some of the most engaging and interesting set pieces I've ever seen. So don't let the strange premise of taxes throw you off, because this series is really worth checking out. And while action is all well and good, Webtoon is known for their romance series. And luckily for all of us, there are plenty of series that love to take a look at, well, love. There are a bunch of cliches that I personally adore. One of my favorites is the fake lovers into real lovers situation. And a series that follows this style is Our Secret Alliance. This series takes a look at childhood friends Saeyeon and Jeon Kim, model students and best friends, well, in front of their parents, as this is just a ruse to trick their parents into letting them go out unsupervised, as they pretend to go out together but immediately go their separate ways, forming a fake friendship and later a fake relationship to get their parents off their back. However, as their fake love starts, one side starts feeling things while the other is trying their best to figure out a way out of it. Honestly, a very cute and charming romance series that, while a little cliche, I'm all for. But maybe you want something a little less cliche. The mayor presents The Most Ordinary Girl. Seji Lee, our main character, wanted to be someone special when they were younger, leading her to wish upon a magic tree and getting blessed by a weird goblin boy thing, I don't know, becoming anything but ordinary. But that's also kind of the problem, as she doesn't know how to control it. Breaking down walls, causing traffic lights to go out, making vending machines spit out a bunch of sodas, and causing all sorts of problems. Eventually, she meets up with Ju Wong Kan, someone who isn't so ordinary himself, being able to see and communicate with ghosts. You see where this is going, I see where this is going, we all see where this is going, as these two only get closer and closer as the series progresses. But maybe you want something a little more complete. Well, the Daily Pass original series, rumor has it, might be for you. Following ex-couples Haijin and Haejun. After dating and later breaking up during middle school, these ex-lovers accidentally move in right next door to each other. Not only that, but they go to the same university and they study in the same classes. What a coincidence. Since this series is a daily pass, it's already complete. However, watching this slow burn romance is incredibly adorable. Watching two people realize their feelings for one another again is also really fulfilling to see, especially with the lack of love in my life. Anyways, those are just some of the new series that are out on Webtoon right now. So if any of those series sound like they're for you, go check them out on Webtoon right now or in the link in the description. But like always, thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you soon. Take care.